Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to my channel. Today, in this video, we are going to learn a class 10 English poem that is Mending Wall, written by Robert Frost. So, let's start with that. But before that, students, if you are viewing my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of all the upcoming videos. Do watch the video till end, and if you like it, hit the like button and share with your friends too. And yes, students, do not forget to visit the description box because I'm providing with the links of the books which will help you for your preparation in the examinations. There are solutions, question banks, model practice papers, and many more of different subjects of your class 10, and also many stationaries and other things which you will be requiring. So do visit the description box and uh, click the link and see for your best choices there. So now let's start. Let's see about the poet. As we know, Robert Frost is the poet of this poem. He was born in San Francisco. He is regarded highly for his realistic depiction of rural life and his command of American colloquial speech. Okay, his work frequently employs setting from rural life in New England in the early 20th century, using them to examine complex social and philosophical themes. He became one of the country's best loved poets. Despite the surface cheerfulness and descriptive accuracy of his poem, he often presents a dark, sober vision of life, and there is a decidedly thoughtful quality to his work. A popular and oft-quoted poet, Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime, receiving four Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Okay, so he was born in 1874 in San Francisco, and he's a very famous poet, and he has command over American speech, and he has been awarded with much of the awards. And here it's mentioned that he has received at least four Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. So we have such a good poet and his wonderful poem here today to read. So let us see what do we have to read in this. We'll read the stanza and then we'll try to understand its meaning. Okay. So something there is that does not love a wall, that sends the frozen ground swell under it and spills the upper boulders in the sun and makes gaps even two can pass abreast. The work of hunters is another thing. I have come after them and made repair, where they have left not one stone on a stone, but they would have the rabbit out of hiding to please the yelping dogs. The gaps, I mean, no one has seen them made or heard them made. Okay, so here, as you know, the name of the poem is Mending Wall. He was repairing a wall. So here, the poet says that something is there down below which doesn't love a wall, because every time we mend the wall, we repair the wall, again it starts falling, again it's breaking, again it's having holes and gaps in between. It says that sends a frozen ground swell under it. He says there is something frozen below underneath in the ground which swells the wall, and then it spills the upper boulders in the sun. Whatever upper bricks are there, boulders, bricks or big rocks which are kept to mend the wall, it spills because of sun. In the sun, when the heat is falling on it, it spills. This is a just a kind of highlight which the poet is trying to give here, as the walls are being just broken each and every time. So he says, and makes gap even two can pass abreast. He says there is so much of place in between, so much of gap is made by falling of the boulders, that even two-person can pass from there, from one place to another, from between the wall. The work of hunters is another thing. He says even hunters sometimes make this kind of holes in the wall, because they want to shoot the animals or target the animals from behind, from hiding there. So he says, I often come and repair them and I go, but I say that they have left not one stone on a stone. They don't leave one stone upon the other. They just scatter it everything down, and there are mud holes there. But they would have the rabbit out of hiding to please the yelping dogs, and there would be hiding rabbits which would be hiding in the wall, in the holes, to please the yelping dogs, to please the barking dogs there. Okay, the gaps, I mean, no one has seen them made or heard them made. This is that I have never seen anybody making these gaps, Nor I have heard them making the gaps on the wall. But every time I see there are gaps and I go and I mend it. Let's see further. But at spring, mending time we find them there. I let my neighbor know beyond the hill, and on the day we meet to walk the line and set the wall between us once again. We keep the wall between us as we go, to each the boulders that have fallen to each, and some are loaves and some so nearly balls. We have to use a spell to make them balance. Stay where you are until our backs are turned. So your poet further says that, but at springtime we find them there. Every time we come and see at the springtime, we find the holes and gaps in the wall. I have never heard, I have never seen who is making this, but every spring season I come and I see when I come for mending, I see them here. Now, I let my neighbor know beyond the hill. Even I inform my neighbor who lives beyond the hill there, and we meet each other. One day we decide and we walk the line. We come to the wall towards the land, and then we set the wall between us once again. The wall which is broken, which is dividing our fields, we again try to mend it. We try to make the wall stand again, fill the gaps there. We keep the wall between us as we go. And again, while before leaving, we see that we make it sure that the wall is again standing properly before we leave. There are no gaps in between. Then he says, to each the boulders that have fallen to each, and some are loves and some are nearly balls. Then he says, the boulders, the bricks which are fallen down on the floor, they seem some are like bread loaves, very thin, and some are nearly like round, thick balls which are heavy. And we have to pick it up and we have to make its balance on the wall. It's very difficult. So he says we have to use a spell to make them balance. His spell is some magical chantings. Just for a joke, he says that we have to spell something, we have to chant something magical so that they balance there and they stand while we are repairing the wall, because it's very difficult for ball type rocks to make them balance there. Okay. So he says that we need to make a spell to balance, and I say there, stay where you are until your backs are turned. This means the poet saying the boulders, the bricks, the round ball bricks, that stay where you are until our backs are turned. Just don't fall down, be balanced. Like that, he's trying to joke and say the wall while he's mending it. Then further, we wear our fingers rough with handling them. Oh, just another kind of outdoor game. One on the side, it comes to little more. There where it is, we do not need the wall. He is all pine, and I am an apple orchard. My apple trees will never get across and eat the cones under his pines. I tell him. He only says, good fences make good neighbors. Spring is the mischief in me, and I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Why do they make good neighbors? Isn't it? Where there are cows, but here there are no cows. So the poet again says that when we do this work of mending the wall, our fingers becomes rough handling these boulders, huge brick boulders, and the loves of the wall of the boulders of the wall which have fallen down, because it's very difficult, and it's a very difficult kind of work. He says our fingers have become rough. It's just like an outdoor game that you are playing. One side I'm standing and the other side my neighbor is standing, and we are just trying to mend the wall. It's just like a game, he says. Then he says he's all having his pine trees there, and I'm having apple orchard, apple field here. So my apple trees will never go across in his field and eat all his pines. I tell him every time we mend, but he only says one thing in return. The neighbor, he says that good fences makes good neighbors. He's of the view that if there are good fences, our neighborship will also be very good. So he says only this one sentence, and he goes on. This is work. Then spring is mischief in me, and I wonder if I could put a notion in his head. Then the poet says that I'm having a mischief in my mind when the spring season comes, when I'm mending the wall, and I wonder and I ask a question in his head that why do they make good neighbors? Why do the walls make the good neighbors, isn't it? He wants to ask that question. He says, where there are cows, but here there are no cows. He says we usually make the boundaries or the walls so that the cows of one field of or one person will not come in the other's field or in the other neighbor's place. But here there are no cows at all, and the trees will never move from pine to apple orchard trees. So why is it? Why will it make good neighbors, and how will it make good neighbors? Then, before I built a wall, I'd ask to know what I was walling in or walling out, and to whom I was like to give offense. Something there is that does not love a wall, that wants it down. I could say elves to him, but it's not elves exactly, and I'd rather he said it for himself. I see him there. So before building a wall, I ask I would ask to know, like, why was I building a wall here? Why was walling it? Am I walling it in or out, and why am I doing so? And to whom I was like to give offense, like for whom I'm going to, from whom I'm trying to stop to come inside. Like, what is the use of making this wall? Whom I'm trying to avoid to come inside? There's nobody. There are no cows. There are no trees which will come move and come across this field. Then is there something that does not love a wall? That is why each time we come, each time the wall is been broken, and this time he could say that they are elves to him. Elves are nothing but spiritual or magical kind of thing, a small personality which are of magical kind. So he says, but it's not exactly even elves here, and I'd rather he said it for himself. So he's saying to himself, it might be no, not elves also. Then, bringing a stone, grabs firmly by the top in each hand, like an old stone savage armed. He moves in darkness, as it seems to me, not of woods only, and the shade of trees. He will not go behind his father's saying, and he likes having thought of it so well. He says again, good fences make good neighbors. So again he says he's getting the big stones, he's holding it firmly from the top as if he's having a very big arm or weapons in his hand. In that manner, the neighbor is making or mending the wall again. And then he moves in darkness, as it seems to me. He finds that as if it's dark now and he's just moving away from there. There are only woods and shade of trees, like it has become evening. And he will not get behind his father, saying, he says that he will not come out or he will not disobey what his father had said. He's just going along with his father saying, because his father used to always say and had this thought that you should mend the wall and there should be a wall between neighbors, and he likes having thought of it so well. And this neighbor, he loves the thought of his father and he just goes behind it. So again he says that good fences make good neighbors, and that is how he keeps mending wall in all the spring season. Again they come and see there, again the wall is having gaps in between, again they mend, and this is how it goes on. So this is what the poem about, where the poet is trying to say that there is no necessary to build the walls, but here the neighbor is just going with his father saying, and he keeps on saying, good fences makes good neighbors. So here we come to an end with the poem. I hope you all understood the poem, and if you like the video, do hit the like button and share with your friends. And before going, do not forget to visit the description box and select your choice of things from there. Till then, okay, then we'll be back soon with more such videos. Till then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.